fluid and it still doesn't start. Let's listen to it again.
Hey guys, Ed here with FICMRepair. Repair. So this video was shared with me by one of you guys, and I appreciate you sending it. Oh my goodness. Please stop spraying your trucks with ether. If you don't have a hole in the piston, you're gonna. And, the video even says, the guy's like, well, my guess is a hole in the piston. Well, yeah, probably somebody before you did this too. I love you, but, stop. If you've got a question of, hey, my truck's not starting, and, you go ahead and you check the basics. You check, hey, do I have injector clatter, key on, engine off? Hey, do I have FICM main power over 46 volts, key on, engine off during cranking? Hey, is my ICP sensor good? Do I have 0.24 volts key on, engine off? Am I building more than 0.93 during cranking? Hey, is my IPR valve good? Do I have 14 to 15, commonly 14.8% duty cycle, key on, engine off? And is it going to 85 and not staying there? Does it go back to 40s and 50s? So I've got high pressure oil. Hey, am I building low pressure oil? Because I look on my gauge on my dash, and after 20 seconds of cranking, a ding on the my door chime goes off, my pressure goes up to the middle. Hey, I've got fuel pressure. I manually checked it, and I've got more than 45 psi. If you do that, and you have access to like Ford IDS, you can do a relative compression check and see what's going on there. Or if you don't have Ford IDS or a way to do that, pull out the glow plugs one at a time and manually test for compression. If you can't quite tell whether or not your crank is even or not, if your crank's very, very much undulating, that's an indication that you've got a problem. But, and certainly you can do the blow-by test that this guy did with the glove over the oil fill cap, and go ahead and check it that way. Just don't spray ether. If you don't have a major engine problem, you're gonna. And I sell engines. I don't want to have to sell them to you. So I rep for everybody in that space too. So if you want, a Chode Engineering engine, if you want Asheville, if you want Kill Devil, if you want the OEM, we got you, and all the stuff. If you want to rebuild it yourself, we can sell you all the pieces and parts and whatnots to make that happen. Let's not sell you an engine unless we absolutely have to. Let's figure out what the actual problem is through thorough diagnosis that doesn't involve putting the crosshairs on the back of your engine, which is exactly what was going on here. Now, did this engine already need to be replaced? Yeah, maybe. Does it need to be replaced right now? Well, it's obviously got tremendous amounts of blow-by. So it's like, okay, so we already know there's a problem in this regard. So I'm not here to say that this shop caused this damage. Not at all. It sounds like it came into it already damaged. But if it's something else in your troubleshooting, let's figure out what that something else is and not spray ether in it as a quick test to see, hey, is this going to work or not? Let's diagnose it properly without harming anything in the process. And by the way, when you're checking things other than the FICM, recognize how much amperage is being drawn by the starter engaging, and that inadequate supply side voltage kills FICMs. So go ahead and just pull the FICM relay while you're checking for the health of your high pressure oil system through the ICP sensor, through the IPR valve, fuel pressure, and all that. You can do all that without plugging the FICM in, or by keeping it electrically unplugged by just yanking the relay for the FICM. There's ways to diagnose that don't involve putting any part of the engine in harm's way. Let's use those methods instead. All right. Sorry to kind of, bust somebody on this, but anything I can do to have people to spread the word of the proper way to do things, that's what we want to do. FICMRepair.com. We're all in this together.